Well, Mr. President, it seems like the all-out press is out on you. It seems like the travesty that you have been to the country is coming on to haunt you. Former FBI agent Peter Strzok decided to write a book, and it seems like you didn't come out all too well in the book. Let's listen to this and then take it on the other side.
There is no more urgent election in our lifetime from a counterintelligence perspective.
And that's why, less than 2 months before Election Day, former FBI agent Peter Strzok is pulling no punches.
Without exaggeration, President Trump's counterintelligence vulnerabilities are exponentially greater than any president in modern history.
So do you think the president is a national security threat?
I do.
Strzok helped open the investigation into the Trump campaign in 2016. So involved, he named the operation Crossfire Hurricane after a Rolling Stones song stuck in his head. And he's one of the agent's former national security advisor, Michael Flynn, pleaded guilty to lying to about his conversations with the then Russian ambassador to the U.S., charges the Justice Department recently moved to dismiss.
I think that's a miscarriage of justice.
What do you attribute it to, then?
Political pressure, improper political pressure from the White House and the Department of Justice.
Now, Strzok is still worried about unfinished business.
Do you believe the Russians still have hidden leverage over the president?
I think that's a fair assumption.
Why?
I think when you look at President Trump and the efforts he has taken to fighting tooth and nail to prevent, for instance, the release of his tax records, there is something there that he doesn't want out.
Strzok, a key part of the team investigating Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server, also worked briefly with the special counsel in 2017, looking into the Trump campaign's ties with Russia before being removed and later fired. His dismissal coming after the discovery of text messages he exchanged with a coworker with whom he was having an affair. Texts like, F Trump, Hillary should win 100 million to 0, and about a possible Trump victory, we'll stop it, giving ammunition to the president and his supporters who believed the FBI was working against President Trump. A watchdog report later found no political bias motivating the investigation.
These outside independent people who have looked at it have concluded that this was entirely proper.
To some people in this country, your credibility is simply and frankly shot. They just don't believe what you're saying because of some of your past actions, the text message, etc. Why should those people believe you now that you're coming out and sounding the alarm bell about President Trump?
Listen to what I have to say. I guarantee you, whoever you are in America, you are not going to step away from that without a deep, deep concern about our president's interactions and a relationship with the government of Russia.
In a statement, the White House calls Strzok's book utter nonsense, adding, quote, he is now trying to make money selling the same lies for which he was fired.
Strzok and Page, the lovers, the great lovers.
The president himself has described Strzok as a minion, a sick loser, and accused him of treason.
It is angering. It promotes fear. It is fearful. The second thing is, it is enormously frustrating because it's not the truth. And it strips away your identity, at least with whatever portion of the population is listening and believing the president.
You had to have known that writing this book would reignite those attacks. So why do it?
Because it's important to get the message out.
You are ringing the alarm bell.
I am.
You think people will listen to it?
I hope so. I think so.
Even with you as the messenger?
Absolutely.
Now ask yourself a simple question. The Russians had bounties on American soldiers in Russia. The president has not really spoken anything sensible about it. The president has not contacted Vladimir Putin to ask, how could you do that to our own soldiers? Do you wonder if there's something they have over his head? They buzzed a caravan recently overseas. Crickets came out of the president's mouth, nothing about it. And we now find out that the president doesn't even care too much. Well, we didn't just find it out. We just got some more confirmation that the president doesn't even care about his own soldiers because he thinks they're losers. He thinks these guys are losers, and why would they go fight for this country if there's nothing in it for them? As if fighting for those who believe that when they fight, they are probably maintaining democracy as we hope to have for us all. It's not hard to visualize who this president is. One hopes that as we show this president in these different lights over and over and over again. That, like, when you get that volume of viruses to infect where it actually really invades, that we somehow at some time get to invade the minds of those who are still fooled, who are still enthralled to this president. I'm Egberto Willies, host of Politics Done Right, an independent news program. I post several news videos of interest every day. I ask you so kindly to subscribe to my channel, and please leave me some comments. Thank you very much.